With blessings, alafia, aho, I say namaste, and blessings to all. Thank you for watching Shadow of Wolves. Here, I'm in a quiet space to talk to you all about Memorial Day. We have to remember at this time, during the time of Memorial Day, during the time of remembering all of our fallen soldiers, okay? Memorial Day is quite different from Veterans Day, right? Memorial Day speaks about those soldiers who have given their life and sacrifice for freedom. Not only did a lot of these soldiers come from what we call buffalo soldiers, they also come from the energy of indigenous soldiers and so forth. Now, it doesn't matter if they are white, black, indigenous, Asian. They fought for our country and they fought for freedom. And what do we need to remember? We need to remember the importance of Veterans Day, but also Memorial Day. For those of you who have served, I thank you for your service. For those of you who have family members who serve, sons, daughters, we thank you for your service. Now, what you can do so that those soldiers, if you want to, whether or not they are lifted, light a candle for them. And you could do this outside, or you could do this even on the ground, outside. If you go to a veteran cemetery, much better for you. Either way. Some people have taboos with cemeteries, but what is my point? In this beautiful state of Georgia, here I am remembering that we have barbecues, we have fun, we have holidays off, right? But Memorial Day is something to remember. There were also many young people, women, men who have served and they are no longer here, so they fought for freedom. A lot of spirits are also in limbo, right? So some people even go to Virginia and they go on the grounds where there was a big battle, right? For civil rights, and they give respect to that. Why? Because we always need to have peace. When you give spirits peace, when you give yourself peace, and you pray for spiritual energy on the very ground that you walked on, because this ground that you're walking on, even this dirt and soil, for example, belonged once to not only slaves, but indigenous as well. There are a lot of lost souls that always need light. So if you don't want to light a candle, and you don't want to do that, that is respected. But it's also to honor all fallen soldiers, right? Some and many who have gone and left way before their time, right? Some of those warriors have also ended up wounded and so forth. And many people have lost their children. So we do a prayer for Memorial Day for all soldiers. Now, what I notice, and I love very much, and I notice in the grounds here, when it comes to the state of Georgia, y'all have a lot of this beautiful red dirt. Red dirt is very sacred. Okay, so let's talk about that, because I know that many of you, you're going to say, I got you. You know what that means when it comes to taking care of fallen soldiers and your family members who have served. This here in Georgia, and sometimes we have it in Florida. I'm doing this because I don't want to disrespect people's house. This is red dirt. This is a very sacred dirt that is clay. They use this a lot in medicines and in herbs, okay? And also, too, a lot of it has to do with protection, because red dirt and dirt that is grounded, you have to be careful where you get your dirt from, has a lot of spiritual energies. So for those of you, many people are starting to know about Black Hawk. Many people are starting to know about Dr. John. Many people walk with indigenous spirits. And one of the main important things in working with indigenous spirits is this right here, this beautiful red dirt and the red clay. Look at that. Okay? Some of you may even have your spiritual pot. Some of you should ask. Sometimes we use Our Chamalongos, those of you who are initiated into Palo or have 21 division and working with that. So red dirt, when you know that that red dirt is there, there are a lot of healing energies that come from red dirt. Even there's a time where some bricks are actually made from the red dirt. And look at how powerful it is. Look at that. Okay, red dirt not only has spiritual energy of worship, so sometimes those warriors used to use this as natural paint, and they would paint their face in lines and here and on their face with red dirt. Okay, so do know that when you're walking on the ground, when you have that freedom to barbecue, when you have that freedom to breathe, it is from those fallen soldiers. But do also know that this land and the land across the United States, the land across Canada, belonged to our indigenous people. So in blessings to all the tribes, and blessings to all the spirits that have run through here. Now everything is built, but have run through here for freedom, for power, for strength. Some have even built their actual homes on this and everything. So it all has to be respected. Spiritual energy has to be respected. Today, with all blessings, even to send blessings to Omiyoko, her godfather, Baba Joseph Ifa, child of Ochun. I have to remember her name is Leti, because that's the name that she loves to use. And she is a daughter of Ibuanya, and blessings to Ifa, to be on this soil, because we give gratitude for everything, to be able to commune with her children and godchildren and so forth. But this is also spiritual energy. That's why I tell y'all, we don't need to worry about time. We don't need to worry about dates, because things happen in different times and different dates for whatever reason. And we must pay attention to the signs that are given to us, because everything in life is a sign. So when we're saying, oh, we're rushing, or why is this happening now, or why did this happen? Why did that happen? All of these different energies, they're here to teach us a lesson of time, whether it's a tragedy, which is horrible for us as humans, whether it's a triumph, whether it's we're learning something. It's all spiritual messages that we go through the passage of time. But if you go against that wave and you push that current and you go against it, then it's going to make it harder for you, right? When you go with the flow and you have that wisdom and you move away from some of the emotional energies. Emotional energies, they're naturally human, but emotional energies, whether you see things or things happen to you or someone does something to you and you stay within that emotional frame, it will make you end up being stuck once again. So it's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to open your eyes to traitors or those who may try to provoke your energy. But the solitude and the strength and the wisdom comes from you within yourself. And to pull yourself back from being stuck and repeating the same sadness or anger over and over and over again, right? And being able to identify what you need to grieve about, which really hurts, as many of you know how many losses that I and my family have been through, right? Or to grieve about. Some of you are worried about material things, this car or that or this, and if it doesn't serve you, it's not meant for you. And that's what we need to hold on to. If it doesn't serve you, it's not meant for you. So what do? You need to focus on prayers for and libations for the spiritual energies who have passed away, your family, your friends, and give them light. And if they're in limbo, give them light and prayers. The very ground, because I'm going to go down like this, so in respect, the very ground of the dirt and the things that we stand on is the blessing of our spirit, that we have to say, you know what? And blessings to God first, and blessings to our spiritual energy, and blessings to our ancestors, to those fallen soldiers, and so forth. Alafia, aho, I say, namaste, and blessings to all of you many times.